We are going live. Just me and Kurt's RC. It's Friday night. My live stream kind of went wacky yesterday. So I worked a little bit today on the last night when I was working, we ended up staying till 4 a.m. again. So I didn't have a lot of sleep this morning. So, but I don't feel tired at all right now. But we'll stream for a few hours and then I'll probably go to bed, and tomorrow we're going to the cottage. So it's going to be fun. Hey, John, how you doing?
Howdy.
That was a good stream last night with you guys. You were all over the place. You were on Sean, then you came back to me, and
yeah. Well, the whole thing was I left the other Zoom open.
Yeah.
And when it popped up, that's why I flipped back over.
Cool.
That's what I was confused because I went to the one and it was just showing your face, just frozen there. So I didn't know where to go after that.
No. Yeah.
Hey, Trail Crawler RC, how you doing? If you want an invite, send me an email. I'll send you or a message on Facebook or whatever, and I'll send you an invite. You can come here and chit chat. So I just uploaded a video of the paint job I did on my CC02 Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, I seen it pop up. I didn't get a chance to check it out yet, and then I seen this pop up.
So no, it's not purple. It's actually green. Wait, no. Let me change color. Man, just when I wanted to change color, it doesn't change color there. It's all green.
Gotta love spastic.
No, this is actually Tamiya paint.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yep, this is the Tamiya, whatever name it is, kind of a weird name. But depending on the angle I'm looking at it, it's green, it's purple, it's black. It's kind of cool. So I'm just putting the stickers on. So I got the one on the sunroof, and I have the tail lights done.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like kind of put the sunroof a little too far forward, but that's okay. I'll put some black paint under it. Nobody's gonna notice.
I'll know now.
I just noticed they don't have headlights. They don't have those funky little lines that goes on top of the headlights that you put. So they do have a little black ring that goes around it. There's well over 80 stickers, and I've already started putting some. But like I was saying, Kirk, it's the first time I actually put stickers with soap and water. It lets you set it at the right place, but you can't push it too hard, because as soon as you push it a little hard, it sticks there. Pushes the water out and done. So the wheels looks real good. These wheels look real good on this truck.
Oh yeah.
They're 1.7 tires with 1.55 rims from GCM Racing.
Yeah, that was them were the ones you were working on the other day, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it looks, I gotta go pick up some magnets. I'm probably gonna go Sunday because tomorrow I can't. But basically, it's gonna be nice to be a nice little trail truck.
Yeah, it sure is.
I will be putting this on the trail and side by side to a TRX4, doing the same trails, doing the same stuff. So can't wait to try that out and do a video with that.
Yeah.
Call it CC02 versus TRX4. Get my buddy to pick a line, and I'll pick a line too, the same line, and try to do what he does. Radioactive Scale RC, how you doing? It's Friday night.
Jack.
Just finished watching that video. Cool, thank you. Simply Aqua 08, how you doing? Okay, Crawler RC did get the invite, just popping in, say hello. Cool. Don't forget a thumbs up. Thanks for dropping by. TRX4 will eat it alive. Sure, big head. Sure. It's all the driver. It's all the driver. Like you've seen some cars on the trails and some amazing things. So I'm a pretty good driver. So I think I can go head to head with the TRX4. Just take it. Just watch your line. Oh, Guru's in here doing shout outs again. Cool. It's working. So
Yeah,
what you got?
it
what you
even
got to
worked
eat?
last night.
Hey?
It even worked last night.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what are you eating? Tacos?
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Ah,
It's called I work late.
you work late? Okay.
Yeah. It's like I need something now. I don't care. Oh, good, you're open.
Hmm.
I'm going there tonight.
So Brad sent me an email around 7 o'clock, I think, and I was watching TV with the family. Are you going on live tonight? Like, I don't know yet. Like, it all depends on what time my wife goes to bed or if I feel tired. I went to bed at 4 a.m. this morning, so I'm not
Yeah.
that bad now, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Good. I was sitting out here kind of bored, so.
So what are you working on?
I'm just, I was gonna put a new motor in my slash, so I decided to take the transmission apart and
Okay,
grease it.
that's a 2-wheel slash.
Yeah, 2-wheel drive. Right up your alley there, John.
Oh yeah.
You got to get the upgrade, make it go faster.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got all kinds of transmission tricks I'd use.
I need to.
Oh, and tonight I'm wearing Blacksmith RC. Check it out. Make it do what it do. Midwid. Make it do what it do. Nice guys, nice channel. He's all over the place. He's on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Well, that wasn't too bad. That was my first time breaking into a 2-wheel drive transmission.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I find sometimes those 2-wheel drive transmission, that spur gear sometimes does not fit right in the center. And when you actually turn it, you actually see it wobble, or when you put your pinion on it, it's tight on one side, then you turn
Oh, yeah.
and you'll see all of a sudden it's a little looser. It's kind of weird. And that strips a lot of spur gears.
The
when it's-
shaft bent or something.
No, the shaft is perfectly straight. It's weird. It's just the way it sits on there. It just warps.
Huh.
I don't know. The only way I've ever done to fix that, 2 of my slashes started doing that. The only way I got it fixed is I put an RPM plastic transmission case. That fixed everything. I never stripped the gear then after. It was weird.
Sometimes, believe it or not, if you don't get that top bearings in just flat enough, if you got one cocked just a little bit, it'll do that too.
Oh, yeah. But it's weird because when you turn on your car and you just give it a little gas, very slow, you actually see the spur gear move like that. So you actually see that it's not centered.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it just a little, like I said, it just sits in there just right. Or if you don't get that bearing inside the spur gear just right on the slipper,
Yeah.
it does the same exact thing.
Yeah, I will probably take this truck out this weekend. I am getting the magnets because I did not do the holes in the body, like on the hood and either on top, because I'm going to use magnets for this. So I want it to look nice and scale. But I'm not picking up the magnets until Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning. So I'm going to let it dry all day Sunday and probably take this out on Monday because it's Labor Day weekend anyways. So take this guy out on Monday. Big Head says he's going in the morning. That I have to figure out too if I'm bringing anything to the cottage tomorrow. Going to my in-laws cottage, so I should bring a truck or two or a car or something to have some fun. I should bring maybe the Ascender and go fishing with the truck. Try fishing with the truck. Try to catch a little mini.
Little bluegill or sunfish.
Yeah. A little tiny hook with a small worm on it, and sure, I'm going to catch something with that small worm.
Oh, yeah.
Some guys on Instagram were doing that. Some guys down here in San Jose
Okay,
with their boat.
cool.
Put a little hook and bait and let it sit there, and they caught a little trout.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna, before I peeled it, actually put some matte black around the window, like take a knife and you just take off what you want and then you can spray paint everything. But I didn't have any matte black with me, so I said, okay, I guess I'm gonna use the stickers on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Nitro Freak, thanks for stopping by, saying hello. Sorry about last night, guys. It was really weird because I started the stream on YouTube Live and then I had to minimize it because there's other co-workers around where I was actually working on the computer. So I minimized the window and it was telling me starting stream, but I didn't realize that YouTube, on that window, you have to stop until you have to stay on the page until the stream is starting. Because if you minimize it while it's starting, it's just gonna stay that way until you reopen it. And that's what happened to me. About an hour later, I reopened to see how the stream was, and it was still spinning. And all of a sudden, it stopped spinning. Okay, and then all of a sudden, I got the message: "You are now live." Like, what? Like I clicked that an hour ago. It's crazy.
Yeah, we tried sending you emails and messages, and
Yeah, sorry about that.
yeah, you know,
I thought it was cool, and I thought it was a good idea to see how Brad would handle being the host and doing stuff, and it seemed to be okay. He didn't seem to be too shy.
yeah. Even though we got talking about everything but RC, but you know,
That's another thing that's kind of scared me with him talking about stuff, and that's why I just said it's the Brad show. Like it's whatever you guys want to talk about.
yeah. Yeah, I said he ended up switching it over to me, and I had my laptop up.
Well,
So
was it you or was it Sean that actually did a live? It was Sean that did a live.
Sean did a live, but later on when we flipped back onto you because it was rolling, he changed the host over to me real quick.
Okay.
I opened it up so everybody could post, you know, if anybody in the group there could do a screen share or whatever, you know. I figured, okay, we might as well just get this right out of the way, you know, because Brad had no clue on how to flip it.
Okay.
And then, like I said, on the phone, I don't think he has the option, but like I said, I had my laptop. I'm like, hey, Brad, make me a host.
Okay.
I slid it right back over to him. You know, I just figured, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to change that option right there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
No sense Brad trying to go, I don't know where it is, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure on his phone he didn't have much option.
What's that?
I'm sure when doing it on his phone, he didn't have like it was a laptop, you know, a
Yeah.
little bit more.
AZ Froggy's still at the show. Cool. Hope you're having a good show over there.
No, it's not gonna work. Yeah.
So what are you racing with the 2-wheel drive there, Kirk?
Not just messing around with it.
Oh, are you?
Just my
Yeah, maybe I
a
should-
basher.
Hmm.
Maybe I should bring the Slash tomorrow and the two-wheel drive Team Associated short course truck and have some fun with short course truck at the cottage.
Yeah, very
Set up a
fun
couple
car
jumps.
drive, that's for sure.
There's a couple nice cliff there we can jump off. Got to get a set of wings put it to tape on the Slash and say, can it fly? How far can we go?
Given the right battery, it can fly pretty good.
Yep.
That is the type of guy.
Shade Tree says Brad is the type of guy that I took up for in school.
Probably stood up, I imagine.
Yeah, probably stood up.
That's what are you trying to say, Shade Tree?
Yeah. Backwood RC says he's at lunch at work. Cool. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. No Brad tonight. Well, I did send him the invite, so we'll see if he does pop in or not. He sent me an email at 7 asking me if I was going to go live, but I didn't know back then. So ended up doing a couple things, and then I got down here. It says, do I just put stickers on or do I talk? So as the night go, I'll probably put a couple stickers on. So I just released a video and it's me painting this guy. So there you go. It's purple. No, it's not purple. It's green. It's actually purple and green. So you can see on the hood, the color changes. So that's kind of cool. And that's pretty much everywhere they actually change.
Mhm.
Looks better in the sun, but it actually looks good in the shade also. And I
Yeah.
actually show that in the video. I'm in the shade, and then I actually go in the sun. But in the sun, it just pops. It's nice. It's a Tamaya. Shade Tree, it's already started. I'm not sure. You're talking about washing machine. I'm not sure. You need an AR forklift to match the ones you drive at work. Cool. An RC forklift would be fun. Wait a minute. I did buy one. Wait a minute. It's still in the box. I still did not unbox that thing. I got too many things to unbox and do. But it is a 1/10. The one I got is the 1/10. It's pretty strong, but it's pretty big also. Thank JD. He says nice paint job, Tank. Same color as Tamaya Plasma Edge 2 Buggy. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. I wanted to do something different. So I'm going to put the stickers on and maybe I'll do my paintball splatter trick on it. I want to try it. So even if I try a couple things and it doesn't work, I can always take a cleaner and just wipe it off the outside. So I was going to do it on the inside, but I decided, no, I'm going to do it like a real paintball. The paintball is actually right on the paint. It's not on the paint job or underneath the gloss or the glare. So Shade Tree says he's waiting on parts for his bomber build. Cool. Been watching a lot of RC rock racing. No, they don't play around. Yeah, there is kind of trick to, yeah, there is a trick to rock racing, and once you catch the trick and how to do it, but you need the speed. You need that speed to get you going.
Mm-hmm. Speeding a fast set of steering there.
Yeah. I've seen a couple trucks that have nice knobby tires. They look like paddle tires, but it's actually little knobs that sticks out. Those seem very, very aggressive on the hills.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing is you need that speed to get you going. And then once you start climbing, that's when you can't hit the trigger too much, or else you might flip or you might lose control. So your momentum has to bring you up that hill, depending on the length. Sean's RC says, I hate waiting on parts. That is true. It's just like me, like it was 3 o'clock and I figured out, oh man, I gotta go get bearings. I almost went to get bearings, but it's about 45-minute drive for me to go there and 45 minutes to come back. And then I gotta go in the store and get it. So it would have been a good an hour and a half, 2 hours. Oh, he goes, you're not gonna go downtown at this time? And I go, why not? I go, and then I look at her, I go, oh yeah, I'm gonna hit traffic on my way back because everybody's coming back from work. So downtown is emptying, so I would have hit the traffic, and I said, screw that, I'm gonna go another day.
What do you mean, Tank? You said it's 45 minutes there, 3 hours in the shop, 45 minutes back home.
You would have missed all the traffic.
Let's look at this realistically here.
That place is it's called Lee Valley Tools. It's all kind of tools to work on your house, to work woodworking, to work work on anything, even garden stuff. There's all kind of stuff there, and it's a really cool store to go with. But it's not a hobby store. At the hobby store, every time I go to Great Hobbies or 110 Hobbies, no matter what, I'm there for 2-3 hours. Just
that's what I figured you were doing, you know.
Shade Tree says he has a 3800 kV Castle in there.
No.
With the 5mm shaft. Cool. John Martin was showing one of those the other night.
Mm-hmm.
See you later, Backwood.
I got a couple of them 5mm floating around.
Yeah. I don't have any of those. I haven't tried them yet. I am planning on getting one. The one with the 5mm.
Yeah, like I said, they got mainly the ones that I have are the 4 poles.
Okay.
And I said, you're talking everything from the 3800 all the way up to 67.
Okay.
But it's like I said, it's always fun to terrorize Brad and say, hey Brad, which motor are we putting into this? And let's go find a skate park.
Yeah. Or you gotta get him to go to the skate park with you, and you give him one of your RCs, like,
oh yeah,
and here, have fun, and then see what he actually does.
Yeah.
The one I like to use is the one that actually goes up like an angle, and then it goes down right away on the other side. That is
the little ramp up to the half pipe.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, but you just go with your RC and you just go up, and then you see the RC kind of go up, and then you come down the ramp. So you don't wreck it. Like, I've done it so often with the
it's not like you're going off one of the high ones that's down and just going, okay, I'm on the ground, I'm gonna go full speed, I'm gonna launch it over this fence.
Yeah. Yep.
I only do that with the Max, and what I said, I've decided I'm gonna break something.
Cool. See you later, Trail Crawler RC. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, it's different at the skate park. The Slash 2-wheel drive is awesome at the park, because with a 4x4, I mean, you can control it in the air better. So if you jump and you're too much this way or too much down, pointing down, you can readjust.
Throttle into it, throttle out of it, or break it, or whatever. Yeah.
But on the 2-wheel drive, it's a little tougher.
Oh yeah.
But still fun.
Yeah. I got Brad on a new mission.
Oh, what is that?
He's got to find a dirt oval.
A dirt
track.
oval. That'd be different. Yeah, if you have two cars, get him to dirt oval versus you. That'd be
Yeah.
cool. Cool.
No, like I said, I don't care even if it's one of their race days or whatever. Hey,
Yeah.
Brad, let's go. Let's go. I'll bring
Mhm.
2 or 3 of them, and I guarantee there's going to be a class.
Mhm.
Or they might say, hey, you're here for the first time. Yeah, you could fit that into here.
Yeah. And even if he says he's no good, doesn't matter. Just go there, have some fun. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're not there to win. Just like when I raced with my Slash 4x4, I knew some people had some Team Low C or Team Associated or whatever, and I was in there with a Traxxas, like the heaviest truck there. But I knew I wasn't going to win, but I went in there just for the fun of it.
Yeah. I'm right now. I'm in this conundrum. My 13.5 is fast and speedy,
Okay.
but it just all of a suddenly just snapped into this fast and speedy mode.
Hmm.
So it's like, okay, is everything worn in and broken in now?
Yeah.
Or is this thing about to disintegrate on me?
Hmm.
It's like, do I mess with it or don't I?
I wouldn't. I wait till it blows up. Well, the only
Well,
thing that's
yeah.
going to blow up on it is either the bearings on each end. There's not much electronics in there.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, it's like, okay. It's like, all right, the motor, I've had the motor hot a couple times. So it's like, it's like, all right, I think I'm going to get a second transmission with a brand new motor setup. So all I got to do is take out 8 screws and
Cool. See you later, radio activate RC. See you later. Shade Tree says, I love short course truck. If you're tight on space to bash. Oh yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Yeah, when you're tight, like just playing in the front yard with the Slash, it's fun because you can just like this, like get good speed and you can have little jumps and do all kinds of fun little stuff. So it is fun.
Yeah.
Guys, if you type shout out just like radioactive scale RC put it, you get a shout out, and please go to the links and subscribe to each other and help each other. We can only grow if we help each other.
Yeah.
Now I gotta take my CCO. The what?
I just hit 700 today.
Oh, good for you.
700 subscribers.
Good for you. I have to cut the box of the CCO2 and put it behind me somewhere. Rearrange a couple things.
Yeah, did you see that Red Cat's coming out with a 1/5, I think it was, or 1/8?
1.8.
Crawler?
That Jeep
Crawler.
crawler, yeah. Yeah, I saw that a while ago.
Yeah, I just got an email on it today. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, they're gonna try to go bigger, huh?
It's based on the
Really?
Wendigo chassis, so it's almost like
They
a
already
Wendigo.
have a big one, I believe.
Yeah,
No,
They got that truck.
yeah, but that one is not as big, but that one is more scaled to a crawler. So it's got better axles. It looks like a crawler, not the other one. The other one looked like, well, like a comp crawler, but a big comp crawler, the other one,
Yeah, yeah.
the way the body was and things like that. But this one looks more scale. It's nice.
Yeah.
Radioactive says, I need all the help and subs I can get. Not a problem. My Slash two-wheel drive is my go-to street basher, Shade Tree says. Everybody says they're junk, but I seem to have a great truck out of mine. They're great.
Yeah,
They're great for bashing.
I love my 2-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Like I said, the worst thing the thing you're going to break most often is either a steering knuckle or a rear hub assembly. unless you literally drive into something and snap the arm off. But I'm just saying, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be something stupid like a steering knuckle right there where it connects to the steering and right there in the
What's
rear
that
hub.
cost? Like $10?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like $4 a piece.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Well, it's
So
just like me.
You can't beat that.
Yeah.
Every time we went camping, I always brought the slash up camping. And once everything was up, me and my son went to take a walk with the slash. And when we got back at the camp, we did some drag racing, me and him. That's when he was about 3 or 4. And the first day we get there, we're racing, and all of a sudden I put a 3S just to have some fun. I lose control and I hit the post, you know, where it's the number for the campsite.
Oh, okay, yeah, for the site, yeah.
I hit the post and tear my front wheel off, like broke the A-arm. And there's, man. So right away I get my phone out. Okay, where's the closest Future Shop? That was when Future Shop was there and they had Traxxas parts. So, okay, it's only an hour away. Okay, love, I'll be back. See you later. So that was nice. It was really nice when Traxxas had it at Future Shop. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Or you crack your shock tower just like I found on this one broke now.
Oh, yeah.
You broke the shock tower.
Yeah, the back one, the rear one, it's just cracked in half.
Oh, where it screws into the top of the.
Yeah. Yeah, right in the back by the tranny, right in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
It still runs. Go.
So I was thinking still putting it all back together until it breaks, right?
Yep.
Well, just think, you're going to have the 2 on the front side, so it'll be supported by at least 3.
Yeah, that's right. Get it.
I might do that. I might bring the slash and the Stampede 4x4. My slash 4x4 and the Stampede 4x4. Like that, we'll have 2 4x4, and they're pretty close to the same. So.
Oh, yeah. Breezy cat got outside.
Oh yeah.
The wife's yelling to him. Yeah.
Yeah, Sean, we need to see some videos of your 4x4 going there. I know you put it back together and ready to go, but you got to show some videos of it.
Yeah.
Wonder where Brad is. I guess he
I don't
didn't
know.
get my email.
I don't know.
Oh well.
Probably sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not. He's probably not sleeping. I'm surprised he didn't call me.
You guys live to get close by?
No, about 2.5 hours away. But it's you know, it's when Tank says he's it's when Tank says he's going to do something and he doesn't get an email, he calls me and goes, "Hey, have you heard from Tank yet? Did he cancel it? Is he doing it tonight?" I don't know.
Well,
As I'm talking to him and going through this scenario with him, I go, "Well, I just got an email, so I'll see you in the chat."
okay.
You know.
But if I have time on Thursday night, I usually set it up before. So I set up the meeting, I set up everything, and then I set up the invite, but then I hit send on the email, but I send it like at 7 or 6 o'clock. But I put it as a timer to only send it at 9 o'clock. And if Brad does not get his email at 9 o'clock, he's sending me an email at 9:05. Where's my invite? Like,
He's starting to freak out.
Yeah.
Am I not invited?
Like I said, either that or I'm getting a phone call about then. Do you know what's going on?
I didn't get my email yet.
I thought about it a couple weeks ago, really pulling a funny one.
Okay.
And just hanging out and chat. And just Brad would be like, "I wonder where John is. I wonder where he is. I wonder where he is."
Yeah. 907 Arctic RC says, I'm going through slipper clutch like crazy. Is it a two-wheel drive? Because he's probably got the same problem I had. Once mine got too old there, that slipper clutch, no matter, it's not the shaft that was bent. It was just wobbly. Like when you hit the trigger, you see the slipper clutch actually moves like that. And you can't get a good mesh. So you either put it too tight or you put it too loose. So it's kind of really tough to actually get a good mesh. And the only way to fix that is change the transmission case. That's the only way I found changing it. So it's either a brand new Traxxas transmission case, or I use the RPMs. The RPMs I never had any issues with.
Yeah, so the RPM ones are what, 25, 26 bucks, something like that.
Yeah.
Or 30 bucks or
Okay.
whatever.
Don't they flex or something like that though? The RPM
Yeah,
ones?
that's the problem though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're a little bit softer,
I never
But
had
they-
any problems.
No, I'm just saying, well,
Okay.
depending on how much power you put to them.
Okay.
I said, if you're putting a 4-turn or a 4-turn in it, it might flex and it might break
Mhm.
idler gear or top shaft gear, or like I said, now with the new Traxxas top shaft, it's all one piece with the pressed
Yeah.
down gear. You don't have to worry about snapping that pin anymore.
Mhm.
But yeah, I've snapped quite a few of them pins.
And another good transmission is the Proline transmission, but it's friggin' expensive.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
That's another thing. The original Proline transmission, they discontinued because they were having so many issues with it.
Oh yeah.
And then they've just come out with this new one. And I haven't heard too much about the new one.
Oh, Sean put the beast on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cameras.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, there it goes.
And I hit the wrong button there. I hit the wrong button. Yeah, my slash, I got slash 4x4. I just got some shocks to put on it. There, like look at the size of these friggin' shocks from
Wow.
NHX for 20 bucks.
Hmm.
Things are massive. They're like the big bore shocks. Like,
Yeah, are they for which truck are they for?
what's that?
You got them for which car?
For the slash 4x4.
Oh, really? That big?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that big. They're massive. Like that's what they're designed for. Let's see,
Hmm.
for the slash.
Okay.
Let me see it. Well, hopefully I'll focus it.
There it is.
Slash 4x4. Like I don't even know how you could make them for 20 bucks that size.
True, for 20 bucks. Yeah, it's true.
Freaking crazy, you know?
They have metal caps too.
Yeah, the tops are all aluminum too.
Nice. It doesn't look like they're all that long.
No.
They're not long. They're just big. They're like,
They're the short ones. They look like them look like they fit the front.
yeah, these are the front shocks. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're front shocks. But like 1995 for them. How the hell can you beat that?
They got the adjustable collars on them too, or
At the top. Yeah, you can screw.
yeah, screw it down for the okay. All right. Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't know if that was part of the spring there.
No, yeah, that whole part screws up and
It's
down.
all threaded.
Okay.
All right, what am I missing?
Cool. So Sean, here's how it turned out. So
Nice.
it does change color to green. So
Did
now
you
it's
use
green.
did you use the Spastics black backer as well? Yeah.
No, it's just a Tamiya black.
Okay.
I actually screwed up. I got the TS black. So it's not the PS. But it doesn't matter. I have PS underneath, so the TS is going to be fine there.
Yeah, because I know Spastics have their own.
Oh, yeah.
They have their own special black for it as well, like too.
Yeah. So it turned out pretty good.
Oh, it's pretty cool. Though. The only problem with the G-Wagon. It's the only problem with it.
I'm starting to have a lot of G-Wagons
Actually, it
now.
probably suits a G-Wagon because G-Wagon's full of freaking posers. Anyway. It probably just suits perfect for G-Wagon. I know my neighbor, he's a freaking poser in his G-Wagon as well.
What the heck are you building now?
The trailer for
Oh yes, the trailer.
the Tomato.
Oh, come on, you didn't stay up all night long with Brad last night to build it?
No, they're not crazy.
So
Yeah,
who stayed last? Brad probably did, but who stayed with Brad last?
Oh, I ran away.
Okay.
Yeah.
I felt bad leaving Sean there.
I know he's all this freaking rock, like they're all gone to the hills. But
Yeah, after Jake popped in, he says he's not too far away from you. Tank.
Jake?
Yeah.
It's about 4.5 hours, 5.
No, he said he's camping in either in between Kingston and Gananoque.
Yeah, he's probably going to, it says 3.5 hours from me. Yeah, Warsaw Caves. He's probably going to Warsaw.
no, he's at some other
Some other place.
place.
Yeah, it's some big park. Like I said, it's in between Kingston or you said Gananoque.
Okay, Gananoque.
Yeah.
Yeah, he done a live video from it there yesterday.
Yeah, it's too bad he's not in Quebec side. I could have went to see him because that's where I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah.
But he's Gananoque. That's probably where the Thousand Islands are and things like that. There's a lot of nice campgrounds over there.
Yeah. Like I said, but at least he's up closer that direction to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like I said, when I was younger, Boy Scouts, we had a big international jamboree camp out in one of them big camp, provisional parks up there. I can't remember if it was Kingston or if it was Gananoque, but it was somewhere in between there.
Okay. I got the Super Duty. Everybody's working on something. I should get my Slash out and put the the Super Heavy Duty there, the gray one, the rear dry shafts. That's the one I just got for my Slash.
I got the new drive shaft for it.
Yeah, should put that on.
Yeah, I've been procrastinating. I still got to put a servo in one of my race cars and then debate if I want to break into that transmission or not.
Man, I painted the spare tire in my mirrors. I painted them black from the Tamiya black paint. Man, is it ever nice. Like, it's shiny like crazy.
Oh, was that like a spare tire cover or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, the spare tire cover that goes in the back of the G-Wagon. And the mirrors, I painted them black. So the truck is purple and green, but the mirror and the spare is going to be black.
Yeah, probably right there on your back tire would be a good spot for your little sticker there too.
The Tank RC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can put that anywhere you want, but I'm just.
Yeah. It's going to have the G-Wagon sticker there and it's chrome.
Oh, is it? Okay. I didn't know what stickers they had with it.
But well, it's actually a chrome part.
Okay.
Kind of cool.
Oh, okay. So it snaps in or bolts onto it or whatever.
Yep. Where is the Slash?
Am I missing?
What are you trying to figure out there, Kurt?
I'm putting the slipper clutch back together and I got the plate right in there, right? And then this just slides over the top, but it's awful loose.
Let me see if I can,
You see,
it's dark right
sitting there.
there.
Yeah, it's friggin' dark.
Better. Sitting there and it's floating around on the shaft. There's something that goes in between that. There you go.
It's that metal disc. Oh, you know, okay, I know what you're talking about. You got the metal disc there on top of the,
Yeah.
okay, that is loose until you put the bearing in
The
the
bearing
nut.
on top
You put the bearing on
and
top
the
of
spring.
that, and then you spring, and then your bolt.
So that thing just kind of floats around there like that, huh?
Yep, until it gets tightened down.
Okay. I just thought that was a lot of movement for it.
Well, yeah, it is. Like I said, you'd think it isn't, but like I said, when you start to tighten it down, you can kind of slide that over and make sure it's centered.
Okay.
And what I do is I tighten it all the way down till it doesn't tighten anymore, and then take it out about a turn and a half.
Oh, a turn and a half, huh? Okay.
What are you working on?
Working on a 2-wheel drive / transmission with a slipper.
Oh, okay.
He took it all apart. Now he's putting it back together.
I had to do that with my
Well,
stand.
I never even saw, I never even brought the freaking chat up.
Looked like it was just gonna be way too much play.
Somebody was saying he runs his slash on 4S. That's friggin' insane. In the chat earlier, I saw that.
Word to the wise, if you're going to do that, don't put it in reverse real quick.
Put spur gears on my slash. Robert, I can't remember offhand.
Well, I think it was time for me to change my drive shaft or something. Like I'm moving it like crazy. I'm moving the shaft on the side. I think my outer bearing is gone.
Green Frog, welcome. Yeah, Robert, them shocks from NHX, the $20 shocks, they're pretty much identical to the big bore shocks.
Oh yeah.
Like so, and I always run my 4x4 and 3S as well.
I feel left out. I'm not building anything.
This Spurgy on his Stampede is 54 tooth.
The 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, it's 4-wheel drive. It's stock. I got about 4 of them in here. I gotta put one on tomorrow, I suppose.
So Tony, there's my spotlight for everybody. Here's my CCO2.
Oh yeah, you got to build. Oh, those are nice wheels. What wheels are those?
These are GCM Racing beadlocks,
Okay.
and and these are actually Goodrich Crawler TA tires from RC 4-wheel drive.
Okay.
These are 1.7, but they're nice and small. They're 3 point something. And I did use a Tamiya paint that changes color. So
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you said you were gonna do that, right? That's right.
Oh, was that the Tamiya paint or was it the Spastics?
this one is a Tamiya paint.
Yeah, that looks good.
These should perform pretty good on the roads, on the trail. So,
Well,
And
no
I did
matter
not-
what you do, that it's still a G-Wagon though.
and I did not cut the body, so I am going to be using magnets. So
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I wish I would have done that. I didn't find that out until after I already put holes in the body.
okay. Gallery view, get my overhead cam here.
Oh yeah.
too much stuff. I just finished building the CCO1, so all the spare parts are still underneath here, and more bolts on this side. So the CCO2, I mean, not the CCO1.
Have any problems with the school tank?
The school?
Yeah, when you were working at the school the other day?
Oh, it's problem with the network. We're sending audio through the it's all DSP, digital sound processing, going through the network, and we're getting a lot of packet lost, and we had to rebuild the whole network. So that takes a long time to actually rebuild the network with all the ports, and we got like 50 rooms to do. So it was a pain in the butt. And it seems some of the guys there don't know too much. Well, you can't know everything, but like it was painful to teach them stuff.
Oh yeah, you definitely got a bearing gone there.
Oh yeah, it's friggin' loose like crazy. I
Yeah.
zoom in, but let's see. Like
Yeah.
it's moving like crazy.
Yeah, that one's seen better days, I believe.
So I think I'm gonna take that and might check the other ones also. I was not gonna change my other shaft because it's not broken, and I believe in not changing it, even though I did get a spare super heavy duty shaft for it.
With two different shafts, will it put it out of balance, huh?
No, they basically look the same. It's just the plastic of this is different.
Oh, the inside just same, yeah.
Yeah, well, these are the dry shafts, the plastic dry shafts for them. They're exactly the same as what I got, except these are like a grayish plastic compared to these are black.
Yeah, different compound in the plastic.
Yeah. But everything is still good on this, except for this shaft, which is actually snapped off. But everything else is good. Like this shaft, these pinion, everything is still good. They still look new. So I usually keep these because if I break it on the inside, I can just use the plastic parts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here's part of the bearing, what's left of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
When I took the shaft out, everything just fell. It's funny. So there is no more bearing there.
Just your bearing fell apart. Mine stuck together.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got little bearing wheels on the inside.
Yeah, so I think there should be two bearings in that. One on the inside, one on the outside.
Oh, yeah. Well, I gotta get that friggin' ring out of there.
Probably the easier way would be take
From the
that
other
bottom
side.
take the bottom screw out
Yeah.
and flip that whole thing up.
Yeah,
Or it
but I'm
connects to
lazy.
the A-arm.
I'm lazy.
Yeah.
All the little ball bearings are sliding everywhere. I'm lazy, but I'm doing it the hard way. This makes no sense. Just don't want to take it apart.
That's what I was gonna say. If you did the other way, you could probably push it right out.
Yeah, I know.
Side.
I just have to take this screw out too and flip it, but I do have to take off my other bearing too, so. I might have to take it off. Darn. It's all your fault.
My fault. I didn't do it. You broke it.
So Tony, what's the next build you're going to be building?
I have a 3D printed Formula One car I got to start,
Cool.
and something else from Tamiya, maybe.
And what kind of gears? Is all Tamiya gears, or what are you putting in it?
No, the 3D printed car is some guy from Australia.
Oh, really?
It's like the entire car is 3D printed. It's really cool looking.
Cool.
Trying to think of what it was called, GP. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, bearing fell on the ground.
I don't know, I get try to get sick of Phillips head screws with them to do this.
So do you have a CC01 hard body sitting around not doing anything over there at Tamaya? I'm looking for one.
Which one?
I don't care. I don't want to wreck my black chrome MU on the trail. So I'm just looking for anything to put on it that would be a direct fit and just clip on the rear and the back and the front.
We've got probably about 60 or 70 cars that we're at the moment we're trying to give away.
Okay.
We're kind of doing contests on Instagram and Facebook to give them away. I think there was 2 CCO1s. One of them might have been a black Isuzu, but I'm not sure if we still have that.
Okay.
So I'll have to look on. Well, I'm actually going on vacation next week, so when I get back, I can look.
Cool. Appreciate it. Yeah, that bearing's gone. By heart, do you know what bearing it goes there, John?
If it's any other Traxxas, I'm gonna say 5x11x4.
Working on flipping over.
Let's see if I have it bearings here. Yeah, I have a few bearings.
And more than me, Tank.
6x12x4. No, it's probably these ones. 5x11x4.
Yeah, that should be it.
I have a bunch of those.
Yeah, see if your
The shaft
fits on your shaft there, and then
Yep.
check to see if the outer
Yep.
outer
Come
part
on.
of the bearing is about the
Come
same
on,
size.
John. Come
What's
on,
that?
John. I know what I'm doing. I just didn't know the size of the bearing.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot there. Hey, thanks for the confidence.
Well, like I said, I was taking a guess on that.
Yeah,
'Cause
that
usually
was a good guess.
what they
though.
are.
Okay, my
That
bearing
size.
fell on the ground, and I don't know where it went. My other bearing, my inner bearing.
It's the same size.
No, it's a bigger one on the inside.
Oh, is it bigger on the inside of that one?
Yeah, I think it is. It might not be. Hold on. I thought it was the same size. A different side of me. It looks like to be the same size.
Eureka! I
You are
think we
right.
got it.
You are right. See, what would I do without you?
Good, figured it out.
Yep.
I said most of them tracks. 90% of the bearings and Traxxas are the 5x11x4s.
Yeah, that's why I have so many of them.
Yeah,
I find Tamaya has a bunch of those also on their kits.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to write that down, so I'll know that. 5.
Oh, them bearings usually are mainly in the transmissions, and all 4 corners. There's, like I said, there's 2 in each.
It looks black, but it's actually gray. It's a grayish. It's supposed to be more heavy duty for the Traxxas. And they call it the dry shaft assembly rear extreme heavy duty. So it's an extreme heavy duty 6852A. So if you keep blowing dry shaft, you can put these on. They're supposed to be, you can use them on 3S, no problem. So I'm going to give them a try.
I think the bearing that was giving me a hard time is bigger. Is the one that goes into the drive shaft on the rear end
Oh, yeah.
on the 4-wheel drive.
Dry shaft in the rear end.
You know, on the 4-wheel drive, when you take out all the the spur gear and all that stuff on the end of that
Okay, that would be
metal
in here.
rod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
inside the diff.
Yeah, I should basically clean it up and see what's inside and how it is, but this is the one I actually did the Revo upgrade on it. And that's the
Yeah,
one
you
you
know,
did, KB, right?
yeah, that's the one that's giving me the problem is the one that goes on the aluminum bearing
Yes.
carrier. Yeah.
So
You know,
what trouble is it giving you? It's loose.
It
It's
it froze. It froze on there.
oh,
And
it's seized.
yeah. And then I took it all apart and then the spur gear stripped on it.
Wow, really?
I still got a piece on there. I still got a piece on the aluminum. I still got a piece of bearing on there.
Cool.
I put that plastic one back in.
you know how to tighten the slipper on them 4-wheel drives, do you?
I went all the way and then I turned it like a half a back.
Do you know how to tighten that up in a quick pinch?
No.
You know, right where it comes out there, that bolt there, you put a little screw or a little box wrench on there, lift the front of the car up and push it backwards.
Okay.
It'll tighten it right up on for you.
Yeah, because that loosened up on me once too. The whole thing just went. I was what? I thought I
Yeah,
slipped
because
another spur
your
gear.
bolt for your slipper clutch is right there.
Right.
So you can put a Bach wrench, or what I've done in the past also, you can hold a pair of pliers or whatever you can to stop the bolt from going, and then you just slide it backward, and just by doing that, it actually tightens the bolt.
Tightens the bolt up.
Yeah, and I
I'll
agree.
have to remember that.
I agree, Shade Tree, what you call it, the RPM stuff is really good for a slice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot of RPM stuff on my Stampede.
Yes, I could say yes and no depending on what it is on the RPM. Me personally, I don't like the front caster blocks that are RPM.
I know.
No, because sometimes you get caught up racing and you hit something and that plastic will flex and that pin up, that front screw that goes through it will literally pop loose. The next thing you know, you got your entire steering knuckle and tire dragging.
Okay.
Instead of just flexes just a little bit too much.
Yeah,
For my
we should have a night one of these nights, or a Thursday night, that we talk about Traxxas Slash or upgrades, or what's good, what's bad, what's your experience on them and things like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I got a couple little tips and tricks and things that I do sometimes to them.
Yeah. But I should take this thing apart more often to check the bearings. Like, this bearing was gone. It was funny.
Oh, that might be another. Would you say broke on the drive shaft?
Well, it's see, these always break. They snap off. The ball comes off of it and it snaps.
Mm-hmm.
So this one
Okay. So yeah, okay, yeah. But I bet you that bearing doing that didn't help matters either.
Oh, definitely.
You know.
Yeah, that bearing being loose and rattling like that probably did not help. No.
Look at this. I put the RPM these green. I don't know what these are called. I forgot the arms that go from the what are they called?
A-arms.
A-arms. These say rear and they go on the front, and these say front and they go on the rear.
Oh, you're talking the camber, the links.
Yeah, these, I don't know what
Yeah, the
I
top.
forgot what they're called, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, they're not
I'm like,
adjustable. They're
no,
just
but they
glass.
say front. These say front and these say rear. And I'm like, what in the heck? When I bought them and I put them and I measured them up to the stock ones, and it's like they're not, they wrote them on backwards or something because they're not supposed to,
Really? That's odd.
I don't know what they did.
So did you get them recently?
No, it's been,
Oh,
that was like
All
one
right.
of the first upgrades I did.
I was gonna say maybe it's a COVID joke.
Yeah.
You know?
That was like one of the first upgrades I did.
Hey, Sir Chirpalot, how are you doing? Welcome in here. Gave himself
Yes.
a shout out. So in the chat, if you type shout out, it will put a link to your YouTube channel. And please help out each other and be appreciated.
Yes, I see Randy. I think he posted on Instagram. He rolled his
His Jeep.
his Jeep and had a bunch of crap hanging out of it and saying things were broken.
Goes in a lot, but it's pretty tight on this side, and I can still see the blue seal on my bearing. I think this side is good. No, this side seems to be good. I worked on my brother's slash the other day and fixed something, and then I called him up. I go, okay, this part is gone too. This part is gone too, and then he tells me, he goes, "You're worse than a real garage. I send my RC to get fixed for one thing, and you keep calling me, telling me that other things are broken."
Well, come on, it's kind of like me with my 1-to-1 the other day. had a flat tire, and I took the tire off, and I realized, okay, well, the inside steel belt is actually showing through this tire.
Oh,
This
yeah?
ain't good.
Nope.
So I happened to look over the other side. Oh, geez, the other side's torn up the same way. Yeah, two tires and alignment and wheel bearings later.
Okay, I got a lot of grass and a lot of dirt in my car. Who else has that in their car?
Oh yeah, man. See,
My-
I don't know if this spur gear is stripped or not. It looks pretty bad. There's still some teeth on it, but
The last time I run my slash, I run it in like soft sand and like everything.
She
And when
got spur gear.
I went to work on it there, the sand in the back of it is still like cement.
No, I think that's pretty much gone.
Yeah, it
It's
looks
gone.
chewed up
I
right there.
think shot.
okay.
Yeah.
I think shot.
Let's take off mine. I haven't opened this in years.
It's like years. Jesus, Tank. Every time I run this truck, I have to open the spur gear up.
Oh no, look at that. She's nice and tight and nice, and my upgrade that I did is still there. Everything is
And what
nice
are you
here.
running on 2S?
No, I run on 3 all the time. All the
Oh,
time
man.
I'm running this on
I
3.
don't know. There's something wrong. My
I think
mechanical, I guess.
it's the way you set your mesh probably.
Yeah, you must do your mesh too tight.
No, on these, the way I set the mesh is it's pretty hard to see sometimes, especially on these slash. Is I put it on there and then I try to move the spur gear, and I have to be able to move it just a bit without touching the pinion. That's the way I set my mesh on these.
I just
right
had
now-
my spur gear here. Now it's.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He must have had it set way too tight because if he's burning it
Yeah.
out every time he runs,
Yeah, pretty close.
that's crazy. Yeah, mine runs in 3S constantly, and I never change the spur gear.
I was gonna say if it's burning them up like that, it wouldn't be too tight. It'd be too loose.
Be back in
True,
a
it's
minute.
either, well, it's either too loose or too tight. Yeah, it's probably too loose.
One of the, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'll be
because
back in a minute. I gotta get another pair of pliers.
Yeah, nine times out of 10, when you smoke one of them spur gears, it's something goes loose.
But he had issues with his that the motor kept coming loose on his truck. He was keeping saying that the motor kept on coming loose. And I told him that this, there's a little bolt here, in here,
Mhm.
and it's got a plastic on it. It's a lock nut plastic. So to me, you have to change that, and sometimes you can't get it. So you've got to get a whole new motor mount to change that nut. Or I told him put Loctite. So I don't know if he ever did.
Yeah, like I said, usually what 9 times out of 10 when even with me with racing, and I'm constantly changing a gear, and as soon as I smoke a spur gear, I know exactly what's happened. It's either the motor come loose, or I didn't have the pinion on tight enough, and it just spun the pinion off, and it just got chewed up in there.
So this thing has Axiomatics motor on there. That's the one I put on. It's got the new VXL
Okay.
because it's got these shiny wires.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the ones that 3600 kV, I believe.
Yeah, well, they're all 3600 kV, but this is a 4-pole compared to the other one are 2 poles.
Yeah. Yeah, the old 2 poles I had.
Now, do I try to take it apart just for the hell of it and check my bearings? It seemed to be okay. It's a little bit loose, but not that bad. People were telling me in my videos, in my comment of my upgrade, he goes, I can move my spur gear forward and back. Is that normal? I go, well, yeah, mine does it too. Like I can move it a little bit.
Well, that's just for the nose impacts.
Yeah.
So I can get a little bit of a shock.
I should probably freaking Loctite these. They don't look like a bit of nylon thread in them.
Didn't bring my right.
Do have the little, it's just camera sleeve.
But if you're burning a lot of spur gears there, that's something's weird. Did you ever fix the that little nut there that holds your motor? Did you change the nut or change your motor mount or put
No,
Loctite?
I put Loctite on it.
Okay, and
But
did it stay
Loctite
after?
on it. Yeah,
Did
it
it-
What do you
stayed
think?
after.
Okay,
So what do you think, guys? I said Loctite them.
what is it?
Just a nut that goes in, but there's no. It doesn't look like there's any nylon thread in it.
Oh, there's no nylon? Yeah, I would Loctite that.
Yeah, it has the little. It has like the little spiked grooves on the
Okay.
back.
Oh, it's one of the serrated ones or whatever they call them.
Yeah, on the back of it in here.
Well, if it's got the serrated, it is gonna bite, so you don't, if there's no plastic around, if you're squishing it between plastic, don't bother putting Loctite.
No, it's going between metal, like the
Okay.
metal.
Because the Tamiya trucks there, the Tamiya Semi, as soon as you use a little bit of Loctite on those, they just explode. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's
That's
say
Tony.
this is also the trailer he's doing too. So
Yeah.
A lot of metal on it.
I gotta finish my rig.
Huh? You do gotta finish everything.
The car upside down and ta-da! Look at all the dirt that was in there.
hey, you got yourself a rat nest there. Not really.
See, I had a lot of fun. Oh man, it's all nice and clean now. Sorry for the ears. Magnified RC's there in the chat. How are you doing? Oh,
I'm not seeing anybody in the chat. Am I missing something?
well, you're not seeing the chat?
Must not be on YouTube.
Oh, the chat's on YouTube, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I have two monitors going, or even on this monitor, it's actually the Zoom window is open on one side and I popped out the video chat, the YouTube chat. You can actually pop it out. You go where the three balls are on top and you go pop out chat. You can bring it into your other monitor.
It kept bouncing out. I had to close YouTube. Kept kicking me out.
Oh yeah?
My internet sucks in my garage.
Oh, my front seems to be loose. Maybe I should check my front. Your internet's not good in the garage.
No, it's too far away from the.
Oh yeah? The only time I do maintenance on this truck is when it breaks.
Yeah, that's the same with me. I don't fix any of them. Like, I don't take them apart, the oil them, grease them, anything. Unless
Oh, yeah?
something breaks. Some breaks on it, then I'll take it apart and grease it.
Yeah.
I don't see the point. If it's not broken, we'll fix it.
Yep.
Yeah, my bashers, I just kind of wait until I break it.
No, it's normal looseness. It's flexibility in the truck. Gotta have flexibility or else it breaks. Well, Tony, I can't wait to try my CCO2 on the trail to see how it's going to perform.
With a good set of tires, it's not too bad.
Yeah, and that's why I got new tires for it, because I know that the Tamiya tires they are not good at all.
Yeah, not for anything but flat ground.
Yes, the street driving, that's fine, but I mean, and to look scale, that's fine, but to actually crawl with it, no, not good at all. But I did get these guys. These are the Milestar, and I put them on a very rusted rim. And these are 1.7 also, but stretch on a 1.9. And to me, they look good. They look very good, but they're way smaller because they're only 3.5 inch tall.
Yeah.
So they're much smaller than the original one, and they're just as narrow. So I really like these. And they're nice and soft. Man, are they ever soft. Okay, so Slash is ready to go tomorrow.
Screw this up again. I think I screwed mine up. Spur gear's not supposed to turn, right?
No. Now you got to RTFM. Read the
What did
friggin'
I
manual.
do? Yeah.
Hey guys, how y'all doing tonight?
Hey,
too
Bill,
bad, Bill.
thanks for stopping
Bill.
by.
Hey, Bill, Swampers, coming up.
That's what.
Well, first, how you doing?
Oh, pretty good. About 3.5 years in on the TF2, I finally broke the drive shaft.
Oh, wow. 3.5
Yeah.
years of driving. You broke the drive shaft on the TF2. That's good.
Yeah,
That's a lot of packs.
well, as much as I've heard people complain about this plastic drive shafts, I think it made it a pretty long time.
It was
Yeah,
a plastic one also?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Well, that's what I was trying to explain to some people a while on the trails last weekend. Is some people are complaining about plastic dry shaft and saying they're no good. they are good. It all depends how you drive, like how aggressive a driver you are. And if your front wheel is on roots or in a like stuck, and you want to get it unstuck, a lot of people, they just give it torque. That's the worst thing you could do.
Yeah, that's a horrible thing.
You got to drive smart. It's just driving smart and using your head while you're driving. And so often I see people driving the trail trucks and they're standing 5 feet behind the truck. No, don't do that. Like if it's rough terrain, you have to be looking at the front of your truck. You have to be looking at where those tires are, because you have to figure out what's the best line you're going to take. That's the only way you're going to drive better, is by looking at where you're driving. And you can't do that 5 feet behind the truck.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can ask Sean when we were at Axial Fest going across the floating bridge. I stopped to get a better look at it, and he bumped me into me, and
Yeah.
down went my truck into a
Well, he
mud
wanted to
hole.
go first.
I'm like Sean, thanks for the hand there. I was trying to see a better view of where that tire was.
Yeah.
I thought
Oh,
your
you
truck,
should
You
have
tighten
seen
this
that.
all the way
You-
up, and then what do you do? A half a turn back?
I thought your truck was just looking a little helping hands on, huh?
Yeah, I usually go 3/4 of a turn. I tighten it all the way and then I bring it back maybe 3/4 or maybe a turn. I think the manual says 1 1/4.
That a
That's
slipper?
about 3/4 right there.
You won't be able to turn it by hand.
Yeah, I'm just checking. It's like before I was like, why am I turning it by hand?
So you got a new spur gear on there?
Yep.
Yeah, and once you have it on there and you just move the spur gear, look at your pinion gear. And if you move that spur gear and your pinion is moving right away, that means you got it too tight. So back it off just a little bit, and you should just barely be able to move it. And what I do is I tighten it, and then I go a 1/4 turn, and then I see it again, and then I go another 1/4. So I go all the way around to make sure it's the same thing all the way around your spur gear. You
Yeah, I
reckon
gotta
it should?
loosen the motor up.
Um, 907 Arctic RC says all the plastic shaft has broken that I've tried. They never last more than 2 runs.
Wow.
Yeah, there's you must be getting trapped in something and just trying to keep going and out.
Yeah.
This TF2 right here. Come on, let me switch the cameras.
Hank, I can set this
What's he
without
running,
putting the back
brushless?
on, right?
Go to the third camera.
Yes,
Should I-
put everything back together. Put everything
Everything
back
back
together
together?
before setting it.
Okay.
Yeah. Like this TF2 over here, that thing's still running on the plastic drive shafts. I
Oh, yeah?
think, and I've never broke one on like so.
I can't wait to see how the plastic dry shaft are going to hold up on the CC02. So I'm not an aggressive driver. When the wheel is stuck, I back out and I try to more speed to go through an obstacle. So I should be okay.
This is the problem I
Well,
have, is
look at it.
lining this up.
Still running the plastic drives on mine. They're holding up pretty good. They're not flexing or anything.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, if you look at my videos, for the most part, I drive pretty scale. But
Okay.
I've done a couple where I've just beaten the snot out of that thing. And 3.5 years before I blew one.
Yeah. I usually set it on my lap, and then as I push down on those wheel, I turn them,
Turn the
And then
spear, yeah.
and it actually catches at the right spot because
Yeah,
it
I
is a
think I
slot
caught
on
it.
there.
Right. I usually have a hard time doing that. I
Okay.
think I just caught it though.
Good.
I'm definitely going to be sick of looking at Phillips head screws.
I would not use a plastic dry shaft in a fast RC. I don't see a problem with that. Like these are plastic. These in the slash, they're all plastic dry shaft. Center line is metal, but then the dry shaft going to the wheels are actually plastic, and they've been holding up. But the only time they don't hold up is because like I had a bearing that blew and it was shaking like crazy and it just decided to blow. But man, I was sending this 20 feet up and it landed wrong and it broke it. So
Yeah, well, that's what I try and tell people. It's like these companies do so much testing and so much stuff for that ready to run vehicle that comes out of the box. Every part on that has been tested, tried. The second you change one part, everything else is not actually spec'd to that part. So then you're having troubles with drive shafts, you're having trouble. The second you start changing parts, it's not like the thing was spec'd to be built that way. Same as everybody kept complaining about like the Traxxas servos for the TRX4s and stuff. But they were changing and putting heavier wheels on and putting everything. Like it wasn't tested, it was tested for the plastic beadlocks.
okay.
Tested, like that's how it was tested and done. So it's not really the servo's fault. It's like you started upgrading the truck. So
Tony, for that CC02, did they come out with a panhard for the front to get rid of the bump steer?
Now, so here's what I did to remove the bump steer. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I don't know if you want to make my thing bigger. So because the bump steer was so crazy big on these cars, I actually moved the servo to the axle.
Okay, so you moved it to the axle, okay.
And now it has no bump steer. And
Wow.
it's got a lot more.
Okay, well,
Articulate.
what mount did you use to mount it
I
onto
actually had to
the?
make one.
Oh, you made one?
I'm gonna I'm going to go test it next week. We're going on vacation. I'm taking this with me. We're gonna go play with it. But I'm gonna kind of do some off-roading with it next week. And if everything works out, it seems like it's working really good. I'm going to kind of write up how I did this. It's not too difficult. I also moved the battery. I don't know if you can see it. I moved the battery from here.
Okay.
These wires are all for the lights and everything. They're kind of messy, but I moved the battery from here to here. It's a shorty pack.
Okay,
And it actually fits on top of, I don't have a battery ready, but it fits on top of the servo. And as the servo goes up, it kind of makes contact with it, but the battery floats. So as it hits it, I mean, the suspension's never gonna go up this much for more than half a second. If it hits the battery will float up a little bit, and that's what this is for here, to keep the battery, and this kind of this plastic here, keep the battery from moving. But it's a whole mount right here. A shorty pack will fit right there perfectly and still give it lots of suspension before it hits it. And like I said, if it needs to go up any higher, it's going to hit the battery, the batteries just kind of float up a little bit. But I did that. I'm sorry.
did you put the low gear on your truck, or the high gear?
Low gear.
Low gear, and you're running 35 turn.
35 ton, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm debating. Like I put the silver can in there that came with it, and I think it's going to be too fast. But I'll test it. I want to test it with the original parts first.
Because we don't really do. We have some pretty hilly areas here that we kind of go out every Saturday morning, and this is kind of. It's had some decent tires on it. I just did this setup here, and then I put Proline came out with a new 1.9.
Okay.
These 1.7s maybe. The Hyrax. So I put those on, and just a test run out in front of my house. I got some rocky areas right here. It's really good, like surprisingly well.
I'll have a good one.
That's later. And that bumper, how did you get that bumper attached?
That bumper is Scalar Fab. It's
Okay.
designed for I think it's designed for the Element, but the mounts are I'm gonna say probably a millimeter wider than the frame rail. So I basically took the front piece off here,
Okay.
mounted the bumper to it, but I had to put small little spacers, like millimeter spacers, right? Right here to kind of take up the gap.
Yep.
But then I just put screws through and then lock nuts behind it to hold it in place.
Cool.
And it's a solid steel bumper. And it's, you know, it's
Dealer Fab does some awesome stuff.
yeah, and it doesn't, when the wheels turn, it doesn't even come in, you know,
Mhm.
with the more articulation, now it's gonna touch, but again, not for, you know, half a second or something like that, but it's pretty narrow on the body.
And, whose shock did you put on yours?
Those are Pro Lines.
Pro lines, okay. And you got magnets too, or you got holes?
No, I put holes in this one. 'cause
Oh
I'm
yeah,
done.
I see them now.
But the bumper works good. I mean, it's nice and narrow,
Yeah.
so it gives plenty of movement.
Now that's a Tamiya body, I think, eh?
Yeah, that's the FJ. And
FJ,
then I took a rally interior, or one of our rally interiors,
okay.
cut it up to fit. It fits in there pretty good. And then I don't know if you can see it back there. I put a black, kind of a black panel behind the drivers. You kind of see the reflection.
Okay,
So that it clears the rear body mounts
cool.
there. So just cut it off. And then kind of black out the windows so you can't see back in there.
Hmm.
And then I just got 3D printed parts on it. And we're having I don't know if you guys have heard of Proline by the Fire. They're having that out here in California. It's
Yeah.
the end of the month. So I'll be kind of there. I'm gonna be there with the booth, and then I'll have that truck I can go run at the event.
Yeah, Operation 11 Charlie, they'll have their booth set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Magnified says, Mr. Fallon, it's no longer a Tamiya if you use metal, LOL.
So Tank, how do you guys set this now? Spur gear?
Okay, so now everything is tight, your axle is tight and
Yeah.
everything like that? So the way I usually do it is I put the motor not tight to it, but I push the motor on it, and then I okay, now it's against it. You're not touching it, right?
It's against it now.
Okay, yeah, now I hear it. So now you can actually touch your spur gear and just move your spur gear and see if your pinion gear actually goes also.
A little flat-headed screwdriver would
Yeah,
help you get in
flat-headed
there.
screwdriver or your wrench that you have in your hand if you want. Like if you move
Yeah,
your
just
spur gear,
barely.
because you have to move your spur gear before your pinion move. If they move exactly at the same time, it's too tight. It's as if you
Okay,
you got to mimic that you have a piece of paper in between.
yeah. No, my spur gear is moving, but my pinion gear ain't.
Okay, but how much is it moving? Because it might be too loose. That's why I sometimes put it
Yeah,
tight.
it's too loose.
I put it tight against it, and then I just bring it back just a little tiny notch. But I make sure my screw that's holding the motor is nice and loose, so I can actually do this. And then as I tighten my motor there, I keep checking that spur gear to make sure it stays at the same spot.
So
like
it wiggles. Yeah,
if you
I got
put
a piece of paper.
between your spur gear and your pinion gear,
That's what I
you
got.
don't
I
want
got
to
one right
match
here.
it in as tight as you can get, but just make sure you got a good mesh with it.
Yeah.
With that in there and pull it out.
So how does that paper look? Is it springy or is it?
Yeah,
straight?
it's springy. It's springy.
Sure, we can't see it.
Oh, sorry. It's
Yeah,
not
sorry.
white.
We'll put a little sideways there. There you go.
Yeah, he stretched it out now. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna get another piece of paper.
I think you have to go a little tighter. Because that piece of paper is not, it doesn't look like an accordion enough for me.
Because with the paper in there, you really don't want to be able to move gears in relation to each other, but you should be able to slide it out.
Yeah, I can see the grooves in the paper. Still can't see it on there.
Yeah, it should be not bad. Now, is this
Right here.
usually tighter than you usually have it, or it's about the same?
It's about the same. I usually. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about the same.
The problem with the Traxxas Slash is you can't see where it's sitting and where it's at.
Let me check.
You gotta go back, you gotta work tomorrow.
Now, did you put new Loctite?
Is the chat way more important than working tomorrow?
No, I didn't put new Loctite.
Because if
Probably should
your
have put new Loctite.
if your nylon screw is gone and you don't put Loctite, it might still be good, but usually you got to
It'll
put.
probably
Loctite.
spin out.
See you later, Shade Tree.
Better shit, Jake. Have a good night. For the rest of the weekend.
All right, I'm gonna take off too. I was just waiting for a video to finish rendering.
Does that sound right?
So I got more to do.
Sounds good. Thank you, Tony.
Yep. See you guys
Bye.
next week.
See you later, Tony.
See ya.
We don't even hear it. I don't hear it.
Hey, Matt, Sarcy, welcome. I never seen you in the chat yet.
Zoom is actually taking that noise out, which is kind of cool.
Oh, really? Sorry. Does that sound okay?
We don't hear it when you hit the trigger. Zoom takes out that sound.
Yeah, we can hear you, but we're not hearing the truck.
I just tried again.
This thing is huge.
Tell you what's fun is getting those scale transmissions meshed right.
Oh, yeah.
That's completely blind.
I was putting off changing this anyways, so.
Cool.
Even though this is a two-wheel drive,
Yeah, there you go. Good example right there.
Yeah. See, you move the spur gear, and then your pinion moves a little bit, so you do have a little bit loose.
Okay, let me check this again.
listen, I figured that was the easiest way was me to come out here and grab a two-wheel drive with it opened up so we can.
And you basically hear it. If it's too tight, you will hear it. The sound is a little bit different.
Nah, it might be too tight. Yeah. Well, I'm moving it. I'm moving the spur gear and the pinion gear is moving just a little bit. So. Not at the same time.
Yeah, like I said, you just want just a little bit of play in there.
Yep.
Yeah. There's just a little bit of play in there.
I tried to set up my camera to actually show that, and it's too hard. It's not.
Oh,
the cameras-
especially on four-wheel drives, the way that's all mashed into there.
Yeah.
Like I said,
I don't know if I can even get it in there.
I don't even know if you had the whole back half of it off, if there's even a way to kind of demonstrate it, you know?
Mhm. Well, the problem is you can't set the spur gear when you have the back off. You can't set that spur gear because the whole spur gear, you can actually move it a little bit off to the side. You need that rear end there to actually lock it in place.
Yeah. That's what I said. Too bad there isn't a way to kind of hold it in there to make sure it was tight in there to
Yeah.
even show it on video.
What is that? A slash 4x4 that he's trying to
Yeah, that's
put?
a
Yeah.
4x4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a 4x4.
I haven't got one of those. All my experience has been lately with crawlers or two-wheel drive buggies and stuff.
Okay.
Stadium
I got
stuff.
the brushless Castle 3800 kV system in it. Oh,
Cool.
Yep, too tight or too loose will definitely chew up the spur. Either way.
Well, too tight will definitely heat up your motor and give you issues and
Well, you can
thermal
melt
and burn the motor out right there.
And you'll notice your spur gear is going to become real hot, and it's going to be stripped but like melted. So you're going to see
it's
like
too
it's going to
tight,
be
right?
because it was too tight.
Yeah.
But the way
Yeah.
you had it, the way you were showing your spur gear, to me, that's a spur gear that was too
Too
loose.
loose.
Yeah, let me see if I have an old one sitting around here. Right, I might have a Smoky sitting here.
But
Yeah,
like
I
I
don't
said,
see
I've
this
had
one.
my Slash for about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
even
this
more
bird,
than that.
it looks like it's just been like knobbied out,
Okay.
you know? It doesn't look nothing melted. It looks like it's just been chipped out.
Mm.
Yeah, that sounds like it was running a little loose. It's the last time I had one that was too tight. It kind of it had two different steps on the teeth
Okay.
where the pinion gear was actually touching it. The pinion was I think narrower than the spur gear in that particular car, and where the spur gear and the pinion were touching each other,
Yeah.
slightly smaller than the rest of the spur gear where it wasn't touching.
That's another thing. The hobby shop gave me my pinion gear is huge compared to the spur gear.
Well,
Why didn't I
you
go
saw
down?
John Martin's spur gear also opinion. I mean, it was pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's stupid. I got on there. I don't even remember what it is.
The one I have is a stock one. It's smaller.
I had to get a different pinion gear because the Castle, I guess it has a different shaft size.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I think this one's
I don't
20,
even,
I think it's a 28 I have on this.
don't even know what the pinion gear is.
We gotta see with Tony, see if we can get a deal for Brad to get him either a TT01 or TT02, a streetcar. Because I don't think he's going to be able to do crawling the way Brad is.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be able to go in the woods. So to him,
Yeah, it's probably not.
a little basher would be a good thing to have.
Oh, there you go, Tank. I need a broom now.
Well, what I just did. See, I got these
Yeah.
at the local hardware store, so keep that beside my shelf and just put that on the ground and clean my table with that.
Yeah, like I said, this chassis isn't too bad, but you can see spots where I got dirt still caked in it.
Okay. There's parts missing. There's a whole front end missing on that truck.
Yeah, that's the servo I blew up in it.
Okay.
And
I'll
so
go
not
wash
even,
my hands. I'll be back.
Cool.
like I said, There's the front end. But like I said, I do something with even the 2-wheel drives. I put the 4-wheel drive steering,
Oh, really? Cool.
so I don't have to deal with that stupid little Traxxas plastic white servo saver.
Okay.
The 4-wheel drive's got it built right into it right here.
I didn't know you could do that upgrade.
Yeah. Yep. I've turned half the guys at the track into that one.
Cool.
What
And
is
that-
it, Don?
The 4-wheel drive steering,
Yeah.
Linkage.
the
goes
linkage
on
and
the
stuff, I put that on a 2-wheel drive.
I changed them parts of mine, RPM of them.
Guru
Yeah.
says Brad's gonna get a crawler, question mark, question mark. Brad did get a crawler last year.
Yeah.
Pit RC gave him one, a small one.
Yeah, it's a little 1/18.
Yeah. The problem with Brad is going on unlevel ground. He's got a lot of problem with that, and he cannot go hiking. So if there's a trail and he can't go there because his leg won't carry him that far. So
Yeah, his ankles and knees are bad.
yeah, so there's no way. So that's why if he goes crawling, it has to be crawling that he can pretty much stay in a park and do crawling there. So
Although when I was there, I did record it. I just never posted the video.
okay.
But like I said, there was a little rock bed. We were having him drive it around through there, but I was obviously out there flipping it over whenever he got it flipped over.
Yeah. But knowing Brad, if we get him a TT01 or TT02, a streetcar, he's probably going to put something fast in there, or a faster motor, or faster this, and make it go faster. Just have fun with it.
Yeah. Send them a Valenian 4-pole system.
Brad needs a trail wall. I think Brad needs a 1/24th scale like that. He can crawl like on the
Round.
table and on stuff.
Yeah, that's what he needs.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guru says, so I need to get a Tamiya. Yes, you do. If you don't have a Tamiya or never had one, go get one. They're fun to play with. They're fun to build. It's a fun build. If you're into crawler and something that looks scale, get a CC02. Those are nice. That's the one I'm just building right now. It's a nice little capable truck. Hey, Jacob, how you doing?
Yeah, like I said, I got all kinds of weird things going on with the front end of this.
Hey, your bumper's backward.
I have to.
Sure.
That's how the body sits on it.
Okay.
But even still.
It looks like a plow.
What's that?
That looks like a plow.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, you could tell. I got on the inside on this one, the outside on that one.
Okay.
On the side besides my my toe.
Yeah, well, it's oval racing. Your suspension does have to be different.
It's high bank. It's that. So people
Yeah,
are always looking at me going, "Why are you tires?" What's that?
If you're only turning left, you need some weird adjustments. Sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
1/24th is too small to work on. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I've never done anything to my little 1/24 scale. Except change the tires.
Okay.
That was it.
I'll tell you what to do with it.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
I'll tell you what to do with it. Walk into the kitchen, open the dustbin, and just throw it straight in it. Best thing to do with the 1/24th. Yep.
John's gonna say
Oh
that.
no,
to
that
him.
one I've got is a little beast.
Sean's gonna say that to the 1/10 scale too soon. Once he starts playing with his big 1/5, he's gonna never mind all the 1/10, says that's too small to play with.
Yeah, no, I haven't even run that. I haven't even run that thing. I'm thinking about putting it on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't put a battery in it.
Yeah,
Well, it's just like me. I bought the Traxxas hot rod, the nice blue one, and I still didn't run it. Like I've been so busy since then.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's the whole thing, you know, you get some of the stuff and it's you get no time to get anything done with it or do anything with it.
It's just finding, for me, it's finding somewhere to run this freaking thing.
mhm.
But I didn't actually realize it was that big. I thought, like most things, the box was going to
It
be
was bigger, yeah.
a lot bigger than what the actual vehicle was. When you open the box, it's actually bumper to bumper in the box. So crazy.
Nothing like the controller sitting underneath the front and rear or in between the center of the chassis there, huh?
Huh?
So nothing like the controller box for it sitting there in the under the chassis.
Yeah, you think half of it's the controller box, but it's
I
not,
know,
right?
yeah,
It's
it's
under
not.
it's under the car.
Yeah.
Guru says I have an old Losi micro crawler. Can you all?
Yeah, it's a low-C micro, yeah. They're never bringing them things back, which is a shame. They're actually fun though.
Can you all hook Brad up with the electronic needed to update it? So I'll give him one of my micro crawlers. I'm sure we can find people with electronics. We can look around or ask question. That'd be cool.
I would hold on to that low-C micro crawler. That's it. Like they're not making them anymore, and they're not making anything for them. So
Yeah, the problem is getting parts. So if parts are still available, it's not bad. But
so people pretty soon though will be looking to, hey, you know what? I'll pay a bit extra for that thing, you know.
Magnify says 1/5 is too big and 1/18 is too small.
well, this 124 that I've got, it's the 124 chassis, but technically I would say it is a 1/35 scale monster truck.
Okay.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, I've seen them.
That's one of them Banggood ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's one place you can get it. I got this one on eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what HBX or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
HBX 2098. Yep. But it's capable.
Is it
I mean,
got the two? Is it got 4-wheel steering?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some of
Absolutely.
some of them got the 4-wheel. Yeah.
Cool.
I tell you who does nice work with them though. Have you ever see some of the videos Bollier RC? He does some nice work with them. He built a nice like a freaking mud truck when he built.
But I took in it's got stock V-lock wheels on it, but I put some RC 4-wheel drive tires on it.
Oh yeah.
The biggest micro tires they had.
Well, guys, I'm getting tired, so we're gonna end the stream. We're gonna do a run table saying goodbye, and we'll start with Bill.
All right. Well, thanks for the invite. Sorry I jumped in a little late, but
All right.
it's fun being here. And,
Cool.
thanks for everybody joining us in the chat.
Thank you. KBRC.
Yeah, I jumped in a little bit too late, and thanks for lighting the fire underneath my butt to get that Traxxas worked on. So appreciate that.
Not a problem. As soon as somebody starts working on the truck, everybody gets their truck out.
Yeah.
Cool. John Martin.
Thanks for having me and fun time hanging out, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Sounds good. Kurtz RC. Gonna make you unmute yourself. You gotta make you work.
Thanks for having me, Tank.
So you took your slash out too to work on it?
I've been working on it. Yeah, that's what I've been working on the whole time.
That's true. That's true. You're the first one that actually took a slash out, and everybody else got our slashes out.
Everyone copied
Yeah.
me.
Cool. Sean's RC Adventure.
Everybody, thanks for taking the time to stop by. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a nice holiday weekend. Thanks
Sounds
for
good.
the invite.
And happy building. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Sorry about yesterday. There was a problem with the YouTube video. And we'll see you next Thursday. So till then, keep those batteries charged up. Go out there and have some fun and break something. Because if you're not breaking anything, you're not